Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, and especially students of level 5, Islamic Society of North Jersey Sunday School. Please watch this video till the end, and then you can answer the questions that will be given to you in the email. This video is about Surah Al-Inshiqaq. As you know, Surah Al-Inshiqaq is the last surah that we were studying in Sunday school before the coronavirus suspension. So we had finished Surah Mutaffifin. Please open up your book, the Juz Amma, the green color book that you have. And in Juz Amma, green color book, open up to Surah Inshiqaq, Surah of number 84. The surah of splitting asunder. Inshiqaq means to split apart. So open up on that page and review that as I go through the explanations here. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا السماء انشقت وأذنت لربها وحقت وإذا الأرض مدت وألقت ما فيها وتخلت وأذنت لربها وحقت يا أيها الإنسان إنك كادح إلى ربك كدحا فملاقيه فأما من أوتي كتابه بيمينه فسوف يحاسب حسابا يسيرا وينقلب إلى أهله مسرورا وأما من أوتي كتابه وراء ظهره فسوف يدعو ثبورا ويصلى سعيرا إنه كان في أهله مسرورا إنه ظن أن لن يحور بلى إن ربه كان به بصيرا فلا أقسم بالشفق والليل وما وسق والقمر إذا اتسق لتركبن طبقا عن طبق فما لهم لا يؤمنون وإذا قرئ عليهم القرآن لا يسجدون. After this ayah, make sure that you do the sajda. This is the ayah of sajda. بل الذين كفروا يكذبون والله أعلم بما يوعون فبشرهم بعذاب أليم إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم أجر غير ممنون. So students, one time make sure that you recite all these ayahs as I just recited. And now we'll go, as we used to do in our Sunday school class, now we'll go by one ayah and explain the meanings so that you can write. If you have a pen and a paper, make sure you write it down in your notes so that it will help you in the quiz, in the exercise, the questions that will be emailed to your parents. All you Sunday school parents, make sure you give to your children the exercise that I have emailed to you so that your son or daughter can do those exercises. But do not give them that exercise, the sheet, the worksheet, unless and until they have watched this video first. So the first ayah, Surah Inshiqaq. Surah Inshiqaq, it comes from the word itself. Inshiqaq comes from the root word of shaqqa, which means to split apart, to break it. So Inshiqaq was Allah referring to the skies splitting apart. It's one of the signs of Yawm al-Qiyamah, one of the signs of the Day of Judgment that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about. So Allah is saying, إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ, and when the skies will break apart or split apart, as a sign of the Yawm al-Qiyamah, when the trumpet is blown, and after the trumpet is blown by the angel, the Malak, the world will start to come apart, and This is one of the signs of the world coming apart, where the skies will split apart. إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ وَأَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ, and obeys its Lord, Rabb, as it must do. It has to. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَأَذِنَ, udhun means permission, following, obedience. So the sky is following the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Here there is a point for us to think about, that a makhluk of Allah, a creation of Allah, like the sky, is following the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why Allah is saying, وَأَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ, that the sky, as-sama, أَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا, it listened to the order of its Lord. Meaning Allah ordered the sky to split apart, so the sky split apart. In this ayah, there is a what you can hikmah, wisdom, for me and you as insan, as makhluk, that if a beautiful big makhluk like the sky is listening to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and following his order, then who are we and you not to follow the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So dear students, follow the second ayah, the third ayah now. وَإِذَا الْأَرْضُ مُدَّتْ, and when the earth has been stretched. Again, this is another sign of the Qiyamah and the Day of Judgment that Allah is referring to over here. Madda yamuddu means to literally stretch apart, to, pull something like that. Like we say, madda basarina, as far as eye can see. And that's an Arabic word. So as you are learning in this class, the Quran and the verses, make sure you also follow up on the Arabic words as we are explaining them for your benefit. So Allah is saying, "Well, with al-ardu muddat," when the earth will be stretched. So two things Allah mentioning here in this surah Inshiqaq, surah number 84. Number one, Allah is mentioning that the skies will split apart. Number two, the earth will be stretched around apart after the trumpet is blown on the Yawm al-Qiyamah, for the sign of the Qiyamah to start. The events, you can say, these are events of the Yawm al-Qiyamah, Day of Judgment to begin. And one of the things that will happen is the sky splitting apart, the earth, being stretched. وَأَلْقَتْ مَا فِيهَا وَتَخَلَّتْ. Amazing is the ayah number 4. So dear students, you have your book, the green color Juz Amma. Put your finger on verse number 4 and follow what Allah is saying. وَأَلْقَتْ. Ulqiya means to, cough up, to bring up, it's just literally throw up. So the earth, when it's going to stretch, is going to throw up whatever is in the earth. So everything that is in the earth. What's the number one thing that is buried in the earth, students? Think about it before I give you the answer. What's that most important thing that is buried in the earth, which will be coming out on Yawm al-Qiyamah? Right. The human being. We are all buried in the ground. Whenever we die, our loved ones, they bury us in the ground. So the first thing the earth will come up with is push forward all these thousands and millions of people buried in the earth. They'll start coming out. وَأَلْقَتْ مَا فِيهَا. Fiha meaning inside the earth. So we are breaking down the ayah word by word. So if you're following in your book, the green color book, make sure you follow the words. وَأَلْقَتْ مَا فِيهَا. Ma, as you know, means what? Fiha, inside it. The dhamir muttasil over here, ha, is referring to the earth, which is in ayah number 3, the previous ayah. وَأَلْقَتْ مَا فِيهَا. Whatever is inside her. And her is referring to the earth. Earth is mu'annas, al-ard. وَأَلْقَتْ مَا فِيهَا وَتَخَلَّتْ. Khalla yakhalla means to become empty, meaning the earth will bring out everything that is in there, not just the human beings that are buried there, but even every other thing, the plants, the hasharat, the insects and animals and whatnot, whatever is inside the earth will just come out and come up on the Day of Judgment, Yawm al-Qiyamah, بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهَا, with the permission of its Lord, because Allah has ordered the earth, do this, and the earth will follow and do it. Just like Allah ordered the skies to split apart, and they followed it. وَأَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ. Allah said in the previous ayah about the skies. Here in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning about the earth again, وَأَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ. وَأَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا. The earth has listened to its Lord. You know, these two ayahs, my dear students, again and again, are very important for us to ponder and reflect. Tafakkur wa tadabbur. Think about it. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that a makhluk, which is huge and gigantic, a makhluk, a creation of Allah, that is, you know, thousands times bigger than you, ya insan, ya bani Adam, is listening to its Lord. Hmm? The earth is listening to its Lord. The sama is listening to its Lord. وَأَذِنَ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ. What are you doing, ya insan? Because remember, these are, like we said many times in the Sunday school classes before, that these short surahs in Juz Amma, they are concise, straight to the word, and they are pointing towards tafakkur and tadabbur. Because the first audience, as you remember, we said in class many times, the first audience of these surahs, Makki surahs, especially the short one, were the Meccans who were living a life of ghaflah, who were living a life of forgetfulness. They did not, you know, remember Allah, they did not connect with Allah. So Allah is jolting them and shaking them up and reminding them. So the word choices that are there in the verses are to pinpoint the Arabs, the Bedouin of Mecca. And even today, for us who are Ajam or Arab, we can ponder on the words. That's why we say the Quran is Ijaz ilmi. It's a miracle, miraculous word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the words that Allah has chosen give us a lot of hindsight. They force us, the words force us to think and ponder that Subhanallah, Ya Allah, these are huge creations. They're so big compared to us. And they're listening to you. They don't say no. They don't rebel. They don't, you know, say la, or they don't say, you know, I don't think so, or I feel kayfiyati. But they immediately sami'na wa ta'na. They obey and they follow. Something for us, ya insan, to think and ponder. Are we having the same attitude like sama? Are we having the same way of adab with Allah, like al-ard? Wa idha al-ardu, like Allah says, وَإِذَا الْأَرْضُ مُدَّتْ وَأَلْقَتْ مَا فِيهَا وَتَخَلَّتْ وَأَلْقَتْ مَا فِيهَا وَتَخَلَّتْ. And the earth brought up everything that is inside it and became empty. تَخَلَّتْ. Earth is empty. وَأَذِنَتْ لِرَبِّهَا وَحُقَّتْ. And this earth has listened, like we said many times in the class, you remember, that adina comes from udhun. Udhun means to listen, you obey. When your parents say something to you, you listen and you obey. You don't argue. You don't fuss about it. You don't say if and but, because, you know, udhun means that you sami'na wa ta'ala. So the earth is also listening to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and obeying as is the right to be obeyed. Now, these first 5 ayats of Surah Inshiqaq, they give you a sign, a symbol, or give you a visual of Qiyamah. What's going to happen in Qiyamah? In Qiyamah, sky is going to split apart, the earth is going to be stretched, and the earth is putting up all things up. So as the sign of Qiyamah is coming, Allah is giving its signs, and the purpose of these is to emphasize the importance of the 6th ayah that is coming. The first 5 ayats, they give you the ahamiyah, the importance of the verses that are coming after that. Because the main crux of the issue, the main thing that is being mentioned by Allah is coming in the 6th verse of the Surah Inshiqaq, which is the key important point. And what is that? Let us look. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhal insanu innaka kadihun ila rabbika kadhan famulaqi. O insan, surely you will strive to attain and meet your Lord, a hard striving until you meet him. Kadihun kadaha, which means that work and effort and hardship. So insan is going through this world. You know, our life in this world, where is it going to end? It's going to end one day somewhere, and which with what? Death. Al-maut. So each one is getting closer. Kadihun is getting closer. What is maut? What is death? It's not a sad thing, although it makes you sad, but death is a way of meeting your Lord, Allah. That's why we say, intaqala ila jiwari rabbi. That the person has transferred. Intiqal, tanaqqul means to transfer or transport. So when we die in this dunya, we transfer or transport to Allah. The ruh alam arwah, The ruh, arwah are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until Yawm al-Qiyamah. The body, the jasad is in the grave, in the ground. So that is why we say that when somebody passes away, we say intaqala intiqal, intaqal ila jiwari rabbi, has gone to the side of Allah. You know, Allah was saying, Ya ayyuhal insan, innaka kadihun ila rabbika kadhan famulaqi. Mulaqi, iltiqa, illiqa means meet. So our whole life, wujud, existence on earth is what? To meet Allah. And those people will meet Allah who don't go to Jahannam but go straight to Jannah. Those people who take a detour because of their sayyi'at, because of their sins, because of their ma'siyah, disobedience, those people who take a detour and go to Jahannam, wal-'iyadhu billah, may Allah save all of us, please say Ameen, may Allah save all of us from Nar Jahannam, Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. So those people who take a detour, they will not be able to see Allah. But those who go straight, ala tul, straight up to Jannah, they will meet mulaqi, meet their Lord in Jannah. So Allah is saying, Ya insan, oh you human being, each one of you, the mother, the father, the son, the daughter, and the siblings, every insan, every family member is working hard, is going in a running race towards what? Accumulating dunya? No, towards meeting your Lord. Everyone, when they die in this dunya, it is time to meet their Lord. Although they are in barzakh until Yawm al-Qiyamah, but after the Yawm al-Qiyamah is announced and the Yawm al-Qiyamah starts, after Yawm al-Qiyamah, everyone who goes to Jannah will see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the first 5 ayahs of Surah Al-Shiqaq emphasize and drive the importance of the concept that make sure you align yourself, you know, like the horses. Every horse has something around their eyes. Why? So that they're not distracted. They don't look right and left. The horse focuses on the racetrack, on where it has to go. That's why you have this reins on the horse, the brackets on the sides. You know, I wish sometimes I say to students, I wish we had also like this, so we don't look right and left. We keep looking. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through His mercy, has given us this beautiful vision, this eyesight, that we can look at least 180 degrees around us, what's going on. But we are not to be distracted by this. And that is why Allah is saying that, you know, every insan, innaka kadihun ila rabbika kadhan famulaqi. Each one of you is striving very hard to meet your Lord. So the point here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving us is that, are you really working hard to meet Allah? Everything that you do, your daily life, daily routine, you know, that you are working, it's supposed to be going towards taking you to meet Allah. Whether you are studying, whether you're getting an education, whether you're working, you know, earning risk, whatever you're doing, whatever stage of your life, the goal, ultimate goal of everything that we do is to meet what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Mulaqi. We meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding of Yawm al-Qiyamah. We're going to face all our a'mal on Yawm al-Qiyamah, on the day of judgment. We shall see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let us stop over here with this ayah number 6 for today. And you can focus on these 6 ayat, memorize them so that you can remember them, and also go through the meaning, review the meanings of these ayats, so that you can be able to understand and answer the exercise questions, the worksheet that I have mailed to your parents, so that, and make sure you do not do that worksheet before finishing this video. You cannot open this video while you're doing that worksheet, because that will be cheating. Make sure you close the video and you've done watching it, and then you can answer those questions at the end, and then submit it back to me and I can grade them, inshallah ta'ala. Until the next video will continue from Surah Al-Shiqaq, verse number 7. So we'll be doing Surah Al-Shiqaq, verse number 7 onwards in the next video. And then you can watch that video after you have completed the exercise questions after these first 6 ayat of Surah Al-Shiqaq. Keep safe and keep working hard. Be good to your parents, students. This is the time to do the best khidmah, the best servitude you can do as people are together due to coronavirus at home. Remember, your parents are a blessing for you. It is a big rahmah. Right now, there are millions of children who don't have parents with them at home. They're probably in foster care or they're probably with some relative. You are very, very lucky, my dear students of ISNJ Sunday School in Mount Olive Township, that Allah has blessed you with not one, but two parents at home. And because of this quarantine, parents are at home. So make sure you make the best use of this time by doing servitude to your parents, your khidmah. Bring them a glass of water, ask them, Baba, Mama, Mom, Dad, you need some help, you need something, always take care of them, be good to them, be polite to them. This is the best time of your life that you are spending with your parents together at home. So maximize the profitability, because this time that you're spending right now with your parents at home will bring you a lot of rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will give you a lot of hasanat, a lot of ajr. We call this in Arabic birrul walidain, the servitude to the parents. And do not get angry or upset with them. Speak to them politely. If they say things which hurt and irritate you, absorb it patiently. Turn the other way. Do not focus on it. This way, inshallah, you will have the blessed time to be. Jazakallah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.